So today, kind of like our typical live, I'm just going to go over just a few things. Goldzone, what Goldzone did today. So trading strategy, some trades that was caught today, some trades that was missed today, um, all that good stuff. All right. All right. And this is also a Q&A session, so anyone that has questions, this is a great space to be able to ask those kind of questions. Okay? So yeah, let's go over a few things. Let's go over a few things. So I'm actually going to just mark up Gold Zone, and I'm going to show you every trade that you could have caught, trades that we caught this morning in the signal room, and all that good stuff. All right. So I'm going to set up how we actually traded this morning, so you're going to get the full like what we do and what we did. So Zoom is sitting out every morning at 8:40. Okay, so 8:40, Zoom is sent out. All right. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, let's see this. That's 9 o'clock. So I guess 9 o'clock is okay. Yeah, so this is 8:45. I want to show you exactly what we did, what I actually seen this morning, and all that good stuff, right? It's crazy because right now, hold on, y'all. I just want to see something real quick. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Hold on. All right. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. I really wanted this just to see something really fast and see if I actually missed something this morning. Can everyone hear me okay? Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. So this morning, Goldzone, this is what we seeing on Nasdaq this morning. So as you can see, y'all, there is nothing. There is no channel that I was first seeing this morning, and at the time it is 8:30. So let's just go down to 8:45. So again, typically I send out like every morning Zoom at 8:40. Okay, so 8:40 is whenever we kind of just get locked in with everything, and we just kind of get prepared for our day, right? But this morning, I noticed that there is no real channel right here. There's no consistency, right? You could maybe place this. You could maybe place that. Something like this. But that's just not good. That's not good enough. That doesn't have any kind of rhythm to it. It's kind of messy, right? Like this is just very messy. We want something that's very smooth, very consistent, and that's how we want to trade, right? So because I did not see anything right here, my next thought was, okay, maybe I can see something that's back here in our uptrend. Because it's very ugly right now, maybe there's something that we can look back in the past and we can check it out, all right? So this is what I seen. I seen that, okay, the uptrend, the real uptrend started right here, right? So this was a key, this is a strong level, right? So what I simply did was came down here and brung this straight up. Boom. Now I stayed in the 15-minute time frame. I never moved from this 15-minute time frame. I literally we stay right here, right? Now, phase one would simply say, hey, if price has respected this level, price is respecting this level. If price comes back down to this key level, and I believe, I don't know why, I feel like I had this a lot tighter this morning. I don't know why I feel like I did. I know I did for a fact. Let me see something here, y'all. Let me see something, y'all. What did we do? What did we do? Let's see something. Okay. This is actually what we did, y'all. I don't know why I went down there. I feel like I went down there, maybe not on this Nasdaq trade, but it was a different trade where I went like way far into history, but it was not Nasdaq. I do remember Nasdaq now. All right. So look, same thing, phase one, but instead of us going all the way back to the past, you simply have to go right here. Now, Kirby, how do you know that you can just go right here and not go to the past? All right. So we have price respect in here. Now, if you never have anything that's like a channel or a clean channel in this area here, which is that's your initial focus, right? And then we're going to go over Nasdaq, and then we're going to go over to US 30. But if you don't have anything in your initial channel that is good or that you like or that's consistent, you can jump back into history. Now, I just went way too far back. I went back like that on another trade, but it was not this trade, right? And I didn't need to go back. How do you know you didn't need to go back? Simply, if you start here and you have this nice uptrend, this up channel, this is your confirmation right here. These two little bad boys right here is your confirmation, right? When you seen price, let's just jump to the 5-minute time frame. Boom, we started here. This is what started this uptrend. And then price came and respected this key level here and respected this key level here. So we know that this level is acting like a gold zone at the moment, right? So this level is acting like a gold zone. So if I come over here and we're going to get our circle out, boom, here, here, and here. All right, so this is when you guys hear me talk about a rhythm, this is what I mean by a rhythm. They like price is just coming, it's respecting, it's coming, respecting, you get another bounce, it's respecting, you get another push up. That's the rhythm that we're looking for. We're looking for consistency, right? Consistency off of these magnet zones. Gold zones play like magnet and trampoline areas, okay? They're like, those are strong areas. And whenever you find a rhythm on a gold zone, that is where you need to look to execute. Whether you're looking for a breakout or you're looking for a phase one. A phase one is simply Like this is what you'll call a phase one. You see how price came here, bounced, and then pushed back up? That's a phase one. That's actually what we took on the first trade for Nasdaq. I don't know why I'm everywhere with the charts, but down here is what we actually took this morning on Nasdaq, which is a phase one. All right, so this is a phase one. Now, anytime that you are in an uptrend, right? Anytime you are in an uptrend, and it is getting close to 930, a lot of times, I'm not gonna say a lot of times, but sometimes you really need to look for this, for these phase ones to turn into phase twos. So a lot of time, once they're like, as 930, because I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So as 930 comes along, which is New York session, the pressure in the market starts to build up. It's literally, I'm trying to figure out something I can compare it to. Kind of like boiling water, right? So like, you know how at first boiling water is like very still. That's kind of like how the market is. It's kind of very still. It kind of moves very slow. It's not really much pressure into the market. But after a while, it starts to really get a lot of pressure. And that's the same thing that that we see here on Nasdaq. And that's what happens at 930 sessions. Okay, so as you get closer to 930, it starts to formulate and bubble up, and pressure starts to happen. So you can see a lot of breakouts begin to happen. All right, but because we trade the Goldzone strategy, we're just going to take what we see here. Okay. So on this candle here, boom. This candle here, we did get in on the first candle though, right? So when we got very, very close to the gold zone, we got in on the first candle, right? Now this candle is the candle that came and actually respected really, really well. Unfortunately, I got stumped out because once price began to push up here, it first came back and I had moved my stop loss to break even. And because I moved it to break even, it came back, stumped me out. So I was just out of the trade, right? That happens, right? And so for you, I want you to know if that happened to you, like it happens to all of us, right? So price pushed up, came back, spiked back down. Now this is where we get into like the gold zones, right? Well, just this move right here, let's move it back to 30. Just this move right here was a 3-to-1 move. So that's a really big move, really, really big move on this one trade. Now, trading at Goldzone. Now, all this is very ugly. Price is wicking out, wicking out, wicking out, wicking out. So this would have been this is what we call a bad market, right? Especially if you're trading Goldzone. This is not what we want to see. All right, we don't want to see this. I'm not sure if there was any news today. Let's go. I'm going to actually go see real quick. May 14th. No, so there wasn't nothing going on today. Market it was just very ugly at this particular time, right? But what we want to see is, do you guys see how this price respected off of this gold zone level right here? This is what we want, right? We want gold zone level to touch here. We get no drawdown, and boom. Now you could have caught some more of these trades, right? This high wick would have stumped you out, but like the next candle, you could have got this trade. You could have still been in this trade. You got very close here, but that's just kind of you just being precise on your entries, all right? Now let's look at some. I feel like I'm like everywhere right now, y'all. Everywhere, just everywhere. Let's rewind. All right. So, as you know, we caught this to the upside. Boom. We were able to catch this to the upside. Boom. Now, the next gold zone entry that you could have taken, right, was as soon as we seen price. So what we have is price respecting here, right? You could have caught this trade right here back to the downside, simply trading at the key levels, right? You could have just caught this trade back to the downside. This would have been another 2-to-1. This would have actually been this would have been a 4-to-1, right? You're simply just trading at the key levels. So we know now, it is established now, right, that our two key gold zone levels are right here, this line, and also this line, right? This is our gold zone level right here. These two right here, this line and this line. So we know throughout the day that our gold zones, like we're not going to change. We're not going to find new gold zones. We're not going to do any of that. We're simply going to just trade where we know to trade at, right? You're going to trade here on this line or here on this line. That's it. Now, let's just see how well that would have worked for you today. Now, another key tip, right? Anytime that we have a wick like this, sometimes we get these nasty wicks, right? This is why it's so important to see what happens whenever the wick closes, right? So if you have a wick like this that closed above this gold zone and not beneath, so if this candle right here would have closed somewhere down here, well then once I seen price slide back up to this gold zone level, I would have shorted this market, right? I was just being patient, let price come back, and I would have shorted it here for another pushback down to the downside. Simple as that, right? But this candle, boom, this candle right here, you see it wicked low. This is what we call a fake out. It wicked low, but then it closed above our gold zone. So that's a key indicator of, okay, I might can get in this trade. Once price come back to this gold zone again for maybe another retest here, I can go for a long position. Stop loss 30 on Nasdaq, boom. Now this one got very, very close to stopping this out, right? But before that happened, you would have already been up you would have been up about a 1.6, right? Which is still really solid. Now let's count. The first trade of the day was right here, boom, price respect. That you could have caught this. I'm going to show you how many trades you could have actually caught by simply trading Goldzone today, y'all. First trade is here, boom, and we would have brought this all the way up here. Second trade here, back at this Goldzone level here. Why? Because price respect. Guess what? We're just going to follow the rhythm. We're not going to try to figure out things and all that extra stuff. All right, we simply just trade the system. All right, that's it. Just trade the system. And I'm gonna tell y'all this as well. Stop being scared. Stop being scared to take your trades because you're afraid to lose. Listen, I'm sure that you probably lost thousands of other times, right? So what's the point of being afraid? You're missing out on so many opportunities by you simply being scared when you already know how it feels to lose. So you might as well just buckle up, do what you're supposed to do consistently. If you've been so afraid to take trades, but yet you have not had the attitude or just the mental bandwidth just to say, you know what, I'm not gonna be afraid no more. I'm gonna take what the market gives me. I'm going to trade my system like my system is made to be traded. I'm not gonna do nothing extra, nothing weird, no, none of that. I'm just gonna trade my system, period. I'm not gonna be afraid, right? Because I know what being afraid gets me. Let me just lock in on what I know to do and take it and like let fear go. All right. I just had to say that to y'all. Okay. So look, second trade, first trade here, second trade back to the downside. Oh my gosh. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Because I skipped this one. So first trade was here. Boom. Second trade back to the downside. This is a 4-to-1, right? Because this green candle came up here. You could have shorted this. This next candle, you could have it might have would have faked you out. But even if it faked you out and you would have caught this breakout to the downside, that's still a 1-to-1, right? But let's just say that you didn't catch that and you sit, but you're waiting, you're patient. This price closed up here. You could have caught this trade right here. This would have been another 1-to-1, right? So this is what we call another 1-to-1. And I'm not going to count this one. I'm not going to count this one. I'm not going to count it just because we got very close to getting stumped out. All right. But, and I can't make all these green lines here. But again, the same thing we just seen on this. This candle closed above Goldzone. This candle closes above Goldzone. Guess what? Price comes right back to the Goldzone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is already another 1-to-1. So this has been 3. This is what? 1, 2. Oh yeah. Okay. 1. No, I'm sorry. Not back here. Forget this one. This is 1, 2, 3 here. Let's say you would have shorted this. I'm not going to count it though, but let's say you would have shorted this. Still would have been a solid trade. But let's say this is 4, right? Now let's see. Boom. This is 5. Oh, listen, you could have caught 5 trades today. over a 1-to-1. This is 5. All right, now let's just think. Like let's see here. Okay, boom. This price broke out. So maybe you would have took this for a long position and you lost. Okay. So you've already won 5 trades, right? Now, guess what? Here's another trade you could have took. This is what we call a phase 2. Back to the downside. Kirby, how do you know back to the downside? Simply, we got to break to the gold zone. Price comes back up. Price comes back to the gold zone. It closed beneath. Forget the close. Once it came up here to touch, you could have shorted this. Back to the downside. Guess what? That's another 1-to-1. Wow. Ends up being a 2-to-1. What's that? Is that 5 or 6? I think that's 6. Y'all, this is the same gold zone that we've been using. We have nothing switched. I didn't come in here and I didn't try to draw no new lines. No. I drew the initial line, the initial foundation for today, and I literally just traded off those same gold zone levels. That is 6 trades. Maybe you'd have lost 1 and 2 because you would have got faked out. That's okay. This is 6 trades that you had the potential to win. 6 trades. And look, if you would have jumped to the 5 minutes, you would have seen this as well, which is another phase 2, but within a 5-minute time frame. So boom, we got a break, retest back at the gold zone. Wow, push back down. And in the 15 minutes, it looks something like this. It's this candle right here. You can't see it because it's just red because of 15 minutes. But within this red, you could have caught a phase 2 back to the downside. Oh! Y'all, literally, that's it. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. I cannot stress it enough. Even when I look back at it myself, I'm like, man, Lord, this is nothing but you. Thank you, Lord, for making it so simple. Thank you for not making it hard, for not, it don't have to be confusing. We just make it confusing because that's just what we be doing. But in reality, it's not. Just trade at key levels. That's it. You see, I don't have no indicators up. I have 2 lines up. It's only 2 lines on the screen. There's nothing else going on. Just trade at key levels. Use a stop loss. Don't be afraid and just execute. All right? Now let's jump to US 30. I know I feel like I'm yelling at y'all, getting on y'all, but y'all can handle it. Y'all tough. So look, let's lock in. What happened? Now I'm gonna say this. US 30 was a nasty day. All right? Very nasty day for US 30. Let's rewind. So let's go to, we're going to go to 8:30. All right, so I was not here on 8:30. I did not see this. I don't care about this because I did not see this. So, but when I did come back, I was able to see this. So I'm gonna just draw this. So at the time it is 8:30. So when I get over here in the market, first thing I'm seeing is I don't have anything here that I like. There's nothing here. But what I do see that's very consistent is this downtrend right here. This downtrend is very consistent. Boom. Very consistent right here. We got price respect, all through here. Price is just respecting. This is a strong level here, okay? So, what am I looking for? This is a Pac-Man's mouth that I'm seeing. So in my head, I'm seeing that we could be headed way up here. Boom, that's how I'm looking at the market. I'm looking at the market like a Pac-Man's mouth, right? This is a Pac-Man's mouth. Boom, boom, boom. This is how I'm seeing the market, okay? Now, if anyone has any questions about their market, if you want me to go over anything in your market, I will check it out before I get off of this live, okay? But in my head, y'all, this is what I'm seeing. Price has already broken phase 1. So again, phase 1 would have been if price would have came up here and got to push back down to the downside. Why? Because here we're seeing price respect come back down, respect come back down, respect come back down. So guess what? There's a rhythm there, right? There's a rhythm here. So what we want to see is price come here and then push back down. But what happens when that doesn't happen? Well, we simply just jump to a phase 2. What is a phase 2? Phase 2 is simply when we get a breakout out of our downtrend or our uptrend and we look for the retest back on that same gold zone. That same channel, we're just looking for a retest, okay? So it'll look something like this, right? Price comes back down here. Guess what? I'm looking to go long. Stop loss is going to be 35. Whether I get stumped out or don't get stumped out, this is what I'm looking for. This is it. All right. So let's see. Boom, price comes here. Wow. So price shoots back down. Let me look at it in 5 minutes. Okay, yes. So price shoots back down, gives us a little bit of a drawdown. Now I know once we get this drawdown, I know a lot of us we get nervous right here. Oh my gosh, it's about to go against me. Listen, remember, if it goes against you, so what? That's why you have a stop loss. Literally start having a so what attitude. Whenever you do everything you're supposed to do, and it doesn't go the way you want it to go, so what? Like, you did all you can do. That's all. Like, you're literally doing all you can do. You cannot force the market to do anything you want it to do. So what? Just make sure your so what is in the realm of I did what I'm supposed to do. Not so what, that means I do whatever I want to do. That's not what that means. All right? So, boom, we got this little wick right here. Now, right here, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, I know I just said so what and all that good stuff. But based on my strategy, at this point, I did get a little bit nervous, right? Because price never pushed back up to the Goldzone level. Like, it never broke it. It did break it, but look where we got our close at, which is still beneath. So right here, a little bit worried, right? Boom, and this is why. Y'all, this is so powerful. This is so strong. This is so powerful. All right, so this candle here closed beneath. Then looks what happened to this candle right here. This is basically a 1-to-1. I think I got stumped out in this trade. But then I took another one for a long position, and it was good. But on this particular trade, my first trade for US 30, I did get stumped out. This one right here. All right? But that's why I got nervous, because we got to close beneath. And look what happens. It's like, it just stays true. It's amazing, actually. When I look back at it, it's like, man, Lord, thank you. Like, this is amazing. Even if it go against me, it's like, Lord, this is amazing. Boom. We got to close above here. Now, look what this candle does. It respects this candle and gets a nice little push up. Boom. Look at this push up. This is absolutely crazy. This is a great trade right here. All right. And that's what it was. All right. Now, all this, like right here, this is tough. I mean, price came back, pushed up, but you're still in this trade if you're still in this trade. Well, no, you're not, because this one wicked down. But I want to show you something, though. This is absolutely amazing. Okay. Look where this one closed at. Yes, you could have caught all this profit up here. Great. You could have closed. This is a great trade to the upside. Great trade. But guess what? Price then comes back. But as you guys keep hearing me say, look at where you closed at compared to your gold zone. Okay, we closed beneath the gold zone. So guess what we could do? We could say, okay, let's be patient. Let price come back to the gold zone for the retest, for then a pushback down to the downside. Right? That's what we can do. That's what we can do. Simple as that. All right? So look, this is the candle right here. Boom! Price comes to the gold zone. Wow, look at this amazing pushback down to the downside. Look at that. Look at that. Even this one. Maybe you would have caught this to the downside. Right? And then this one would have pushed you up. But notice. Look, notice where it closed at. It closed right above the gold zone before we get another push back up to the upside. It is crazy. This is crazy. I think the more, like, even when I back test, I'm like, man, like, Lord, thank you. This is absolutely amazing. Y'all, listen, how about maybe tomorrow? There ain't no promises because I don't know what my tomorrow looks like for sure. But what if I go live on YouTube? Oh, no, you know what? For those that's in the Telegram, like the free Telegram, I might. There's no promise. Because, again, I don't know if I'll be trading or not. But there's a possibility that I may put a Zoom link in there and we just have like a whole Telegram, like, Zoom party where we just go over trades. So If you're not in the Telegram, please join the Telegram because tomorrow I might send out a link and we can all trade together and we'll literally just look at gold zones and see how we would trade it. Yeah, and on a Zoom, okay? I think that would actually be fun. Now look at this. Close beneath gold zone. Close beneath gold zone, right? Now look at that. Boom. We got a nice close beneath gold zone. Another one. This is insane. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Look at this one. Boom. Price comes back to the gold zone. Boom. We get another pushback down to the downside. It is absolutely, y'all. We wasn't creating no lines. We created the first line at 840, and we literally just took trades on that line only, like for the whole day. That's it. This is absolutely amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. But does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Like for the most part, when we went to Portland, we had to stay by the airport. It was part of our team negotiation with the owner. Oh wow, nah man, the city in Portland was cracking. Yeah, so like it was one of those things where I got to pick whatever hotels we can stay at. Only if when we got to Portland, we stayed at his brother's hotel by the airport.
No questions? Listen. If there ain't no questions, then I'm probably gonna get off this thing, family. Okay? But if you have any questions, this is your time to ask. If not, I'm going to get off of this. I wanted just to kind of go over today. Okay? So not long. All right, family. Well, that is going to be it. There's no questions. All right. God bless you all. Listen, right now I am having a beginner's live 4-day event where I'll be teaching you how to create your trading foundation. This is really good for those that are beginner traders just starting off. I think it will be very, very powerful, an extreme help for you. So yeah. Mrs. Keelan, y'all, look, that's my wife. But, all right, family. Bye.